Hello, I'm Katie Weitzel, and this is my Module 10 video, Why Creating a Safe and Respectful Environment is Vital to Bully Prevention. I'm going to start with a summary of the articles provided, and the first article is called 3 Essential Priorities for School Principals. The first priority says that we need to emphasize a caring and inclusive environment. We start by fostering a positive school climate that is inclusive, and we engage our students in and outside of the classroom. Priority number 2 says that we should equip our staff and faculty to embrace their own leadership roles. That means that we must trust our staff and provide training to ensure that everyone has the skills necessary to help our students reach their full potential. This can include professional development and on-the-job learning opportunities. The third priority says that we need to collaborate with our community. And this starts by understanding the social and cultural makeup of our community, identifying business partners that will help our school's mission, and it could possibly include starting an adult learning program for parents. The second article provided was how feeling respected transforms a student's relationship to school. Teachers often view respect in terms of cooperation and compliance, while students view respect as a basic recognition of your humanity, and I think that says a lot about the relationship that students and teachers generally have. We shouldn't speak down to our students, and we shouldn't embarrass them in front of their peers, and most importantly, we need to express interest in their perspectives. When we have problem behaviors, we should speak to the student privately about the classroom rules and work together to find alternative solutions. We should build empathy because this helps build strong relationships and helps maintain those relationships down the road. The third article provided was creating a warm and inclusive classroom environment. We should be aware of the decorations in our classroom. Orange and red tend to make students feel unsettled, while blue and green can help make them feel calm. The organization of the classroom should be universal design, just meaning that everyone can access everything. The chairs should not be in the way. Students should be able to walk around the classroom with no problems. Traditions, we could start with a positive morning starter, or at the end of the day, have a reflection piece. Classroom meetings can be open-ended, problem-solving, or educational diagnostic meetings. It's just a time for the students to come together and really connect. We should teach and practice reflective and active listening skills. We need to give our students our full and undivided attention when they talk to us, and we can teach them how to be active listeners. One quote that I pulled from this article was, "One of the most important skills teachers can give their students, especially those with disabilities, is the power to advocate for themselves." And this is so important. I work at an alternative school where I work with special needs students daily, and giving them this power changes their lives. It allows them to be able to live on their own and ask for questions and ask for help when they need it, whether that's academically or in their home life. The fourth article provided was strategies for building a productive and positive learning environment. We need to make learning relevant for our students, connect the lesson to the interests of our students, and this helps give it reason and meaning. We should develop a code of conduct for our classroom. We need to ask our students how they want to be treated and brainstorm a list of behaviors and then use this as a guide for our classroom. We should employ a positive actions curriculum. Teach students that positive actions lead to good feelings and a positive self-image, and this has to do with our health, our ability to get along with others, develop the brain, manage our own affairs, helps us to be honest, and leads to personal growth and improvement. We should help our students develop intrinsic motivation, reinforce positive behaviors whenever possible, and always respond with positivity. And next I will be summarizing the bully prevention articles that I found. The first one is what the best bullying prevention schools aren't doing. And the first thing that they talk about is that there's an emphasis on a top-down approach, but these approaches lack attention to the youth's culture and interactions. We should begin with teacher preparation programs. We need to promote social justice and equity in the schools. Then we can examine the underlying causes of specific bullying behaviors. We should understand that there's no single universal solution that's going to reduce bullying, and what works for one school may not work for another school. We need to understand that what the root causes of bullying behaviors usually are, have real conversations with our students, and don't oversimplify bullying situations. Sometimes the bully is the one that needs the most help. We also need to give our students the tools that they need to lead and have an influence in the school. The second article I found is called 10 Ways to Reduce Bullying in Schools. Number 1 says to have a clear definition of bullying. Teachers and students should be able to distinguish between teasing and bullying. Number 2 says remove labels and address behaviors. We should be non-judgmental when addressing behaviors, and we need to make sure that the person who is doing the bullying understands what behavior is wrong, why it's wrong, and what the consequences are. Number 3 says to set clear and enforceable rules and expectations. We need to make sure that our students understand what the consequences are going to be. We should reward behaviors. Number 5, have open communication. Engage parents. Look for warning signs. And when bullying occurs, clear the scene. Separate the student involved so that we can gather the facts. Students like to get together and then they talk about what they're going to say to us. And this is why we separate our students so we can have as the most accurate story possible. Number 9 says that we should monitor hotspots, places where bullying usually happens. And number 10, know our state law and district policies. The third article I found is called Research-Backed Approaches to Preventing Bullying. This article provides research-supported social and emotional programs that reduce bullying. Caring School Community is a school-based and after-school K-6 program. The Responsive Classroom is an organization that provides professional development and resources for K-8 teachers. Second Step Bullying Prevention Unit is a K-5 curriculum unit and teacher training program with resources. These programs are meant to be used with a multi-level program, and it's going to help our students connect with one another, help our students take control of their emotions, help them reduce anxiety, and help students develop empathy. And one idea to help our students reduce anxiety is to give them brain breaks. One thing that we really emphasize at Westside, the school that I teach at, is when a student is feeling frustrated or like they aren't understanding it and they really just need to take 10, all they have to do is ask for it and they can take 10. And it really seems to help because they come back and they have a whole new mindset. They're ready to learn. They've had a time to give their brain a break and they're ready to get started again. The final article that I found is called Bully Prevention in Public Schools. And the first thing it does is defines bullying. It is a chronic infliction of physical hurt and or psychological distress on another person. And then it talks about who's at risk. And everyone is at risk, but especially those students who are a little bit different than the usual student. Bullying and student achievement. When kids are bullying, their academics tend to decline. If we have a bad night and then we come to school the next day, teaching can be kind of difficult. It's the same thing for our students. The NEA position and policy recommendations say that we should establish strong anti-bullying policies. That includes a definition of both bullying and cyberbullying, include consequences, procedures for reporting, and appeals. Provide training for school employees in the prevention of all bully behaviors, provide professional development materials and resources, and develop and implement educational programs. We need to recognize, understand, prevent, oppose, and eliminate bullying altogether. This slide includes the summary of the data provided in Module 10. The different types of bullying include name-calling, teasing, spreading rumors or lies, and pushing or shoving. Some of the less common types include hitting, slapping, kicking, leaving out, threatening, stealing, sexual comments or gestures, and email or blogging. Where bullying takes place, the most common is in the classroom, hallways or lockers, in the cafeteria, the gym, a bathroom, or on the playground at recess. And we were also provided with the information that says only 20 to 30% of students who are bullied seek help from an adult. If bullying is happening regularly, the school may be missing procedures or policies, and the school's climate may be suffering. Students may not feel supported by one another or by teachers, and teachers may not feel supported by one another or by the administration. Teachers may be untrained or unaware of the signs and symptoms of bullying. The definition of bullying and the consequences may not be posted clearly for teachers and students. Relationships probably are suffering, and there may be a lack in the appropriate community partnerships. If bullying is happening in the same locations over and over again, then teachers are not monitoring those hot spots. The last question is what happens to the various types of bullying when steps have been taken. Our environment will have improved. Our students will feel accepted, valued, cared for, and respected. Awareness and prevention programs will have been put in place. Resources and supports will have been provided. Relationships will be promoted. Student engagement in school and positive student conduct is definitely reinforced. So overall, the results will be positive. There will be a reduction in bullying, and it'll be a safer school for all students. I have 2 slides for my references. This is the first one, and this is the second one. Thank you for watching.